Am I coming back to YouTube? I lost hundreds of subscribers by changing my content to focus on Jesus. Are we doing this? This is, Lord, let's pray. Hey YouTube! Oh wow, it's been some time. It has been 2.5 years, almost going on 3 years since I've last posted to YouTube. Is that not insane? Oh wow, okay, so I don't even know how to start this video, but I want to say, hey, if you're new here, hi, I'm Cassidy. I have a lot that has changed in my life. So if you are an old subscriber and you are still watching for some reason, welcome. I love you. How are you still here? I don't honestly guys, I don't think there's anybody here. Even before I stopped posting on YouTube, I had lost a lot of subscribers, and so I'm like, is anyone here? If you're here and you were an old subscriber, please comment down below. I'd love to greet you, say hello, and I love you, and welcome back, hopefully. If you are a new subscriber or just new and you just rolled across this video, let me know in the comments, and I want to say hello and welcome. Let's back things up, back things up, back things up. The last time I posted, I think, was 2023 or 2024. It's been like 2.5 years since my last video that I posted. And in that video, I had mentioned a lot about how I was having issues posting on YouTube. I had constantly had issues uploading. I had issues with my video files corrupting, and so it was like no matter how hard I tried to stay consistent, post videos, it was like it would not work no matter how hard I tried. And so at the time, I'm like, Lord, is this what you want from me? Is this what you want me to do in this journey that you have for me? I felt like the answer was not right now, like to put it away, right? And I also felt the call to put away all social media for a while, and so I deactivated my Twitter, I deactivated my TikTok, I deactivated my Instagram for a while. I did an entire social media purge, and it was honestly amazing. I just set aside that time and really focused on God. I joined ministry at my church, which was just, God had just completely done some amazing things in my life while I was in ministry. My life has changed so radically in that time, and within these 2.5 years, I was like, Lord, I need to finish my dissertation. I need to finish my PhD. I need to get my dissertation done. I wanted to be done my PhD in 4 years. I did not want to take a 5th year. I didn't want to take a 6th year. I didn't want to do any of that. I didn't want to apply for extra funding. I wanted to come home. I didn't want to live in Florida anymore. So I was like, I gotta lock in. I gotta do what I gotta do. And that means social media break, YouTube break, whatever it is, I gotta do it. And I did it. I am officially a doctor. Dr. Cassidy in the house. It is amazing, and I'm so blessed that I was able to finish on this journey getting my PhD in English, and it's been such a blessing. And so since then, I have moved back home. Y'all, let's just pause. I got a lot of updates coming to you guys, right? I graduated, got my PhD, I moved back home, started ministry. For a while, my life felt pretty stagnant, right? I moved home, but nothing was really changing in my life. I needed to find a job. I needed to find somewhere to live. Me and my husband, we stayed at my mom's house when we moved home. And so for that year, me and my husband moved into an apartment. I found a job, but it was still just nothing that I really thought for myself that I wanted to do. So after my PhD, I did not enter the job market. Typically, a lot of people enter the job market to find a tenure track position in their field, but I knew I wanted to be home, and I knew that I wanted to teach at a specific university, and I wanted that university, and I was going to wait for something to open up. I just stepped in faith that something would come along, and until then, I would work another job. I got another job. This is where I currently work. I work at a law school for the campus that I want to be a full-time professor at. I work at the law school right now in academic success. I'm like the coordinator, and so I'm still in academia, just slightly different from what I want to be doing, but I have a full-time job with benefits, and that is a blessing and a privilege. Also an update, my husband and I bought a house. We were in that apartment for a while, almost 2 years. And we just recently, a few months ago, bought a beautiful, beautiful home. It has been such a blessing. And another update on my life. Y'all, I am having a baby. This is a lot of updates. This is a lot of new things in my life. And it is so overwhelming. I feel so blessed. And so one more update. Before I got the job at the law school, I was like, okay, maybe I'll be an adjunct professor, but they weren't hiring for any at the time. So I started my job in faith and at the law school. And so I'm also adjuncting for the university that I would one day love to be a full tenure track professor at. One day, if the Lord wills, and that's just, I'm going to wait for it. And until then, I'm going to build my resume. I'm going to keep working hard and doing the things that I think God is calling for my life, and just hoping that one day God opens that door for this to happen. When I started this YouTube journey a long time ago, I was a student. And when I ended this YouTube journey a few years ago, took my break, I was still a student. And so I am a working girl now. I'm a full adult. Like, I was an adult then too in my PhD, but I'm like, I feel like I have stepped into a new role in my life, a new place in my life that is so unfamiliar to me. I've always been a student, and I am learning who I am in this season. And I have just had the urge lately for about maybe a year, maybe a little less than a year, 6 months to a year, that desire on my heart to return to YouTube has kept fluttering back in my heart, and it just wouldn't go away. And so I had prayed on it, and I'm like, Lord, I thought you said no to this. I know you said not right now, but is it time to come back in? And so I just spent a year, just kind of like, I don't know. I didn't move. I didn't make any immediate decisions, but I was like, Lord, well, what do you think? And so that desire just kept building and building. And then slowly in the last few months, they started to turn into something more direct, something more functional, something more, what's the word? That solidified a plan, right? And so I had not made any plans to come back to YouTube, but the ideas started rolling in my head, and the desire to actually formulate a plan to start YouTube again in an entirely different way just spurred in my heart. And so I was like, okay, Lord, if this is what you want, and this is what I want, I ask that you bless it. And so guys, this is the third time I am filming this video. So you guys know when I stopped YouTube a few years ago, I told you guys that it was always because there was a problem. Nothing that I could do. It was no matter what. Back then, I was like, I just kept having issues. Videos wouldn't save, videos corrupted, camera would not have issues, computer would have issues. No matter what, I was like, I couldn't post. And so I tried again. I'm like, Lord, let's try again. First time the video, I recorded the entire thing and none of it recorded. Second time I recorded, it recorded, but none of the audio recorded. And so I felt so defeated, and I cried, like y'all, my pregnancy hormones, I just bawled my eyes out because I was like, Lord, again, I felt so sure that this is what you wanted me to do, that you were backing me up, and that this was the next step in my life to just share my journey in my life with the world. And so I was just bawling my eyes out, and I called my mom, and we talked, and she's like, I had been praying wrong, right? I had prayed that, Lord, if this is from you, then let everything go perfectly, right? And so she told me that I needed to pray differently. And so I did. And I adjusted my prayer, and I said, Lord, why wasn't this working? Help me to figure out why there were so many issues, and show me and teach me so that I can fix it, right? Also, I was using my brother's camera at the time, and I did not know where my camera was. What we're currently filming on is my camera. I wanted my camera. I wanted to use my camera. I know how to use my camera. I did not know how to use my brother's camera. And so I'm like, well, Lord, also show me where my camera is. Please just help me and show me. And so I finished that prayer and I just get a vision in my head, guys. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking, of where my camera was. I'm not kidding. And so I just get this image in my head that my camera was in one of my little purses, and I put all my purses in our guest room in our new house. And I was like, oh, it's in one of my bags in the closet? Okay, let me go look. Let me just go look. I'm not kidding, guys. The first bag that I grabbed in the closet, I opened, there was my camera. Mind you, I've been looking for my camera for almost a year, like not a year, but like 6 months since I moved into this house, and could not find it. And the Lord showed me where it was, and it was exactly where he said it was. And it was just the most, I just bawled my eyes out because I was like, my God cares about this. And I'm like, you know, there's so many things in the world right now, and I'm like, but the Lord still cares about something that I care about. And I felt so loved and I felt so seen. And you know, he had showed me why it wasn't working before and gave me clarity on that. So I'm like, it gave me the hope and the encouragement to try again. So I get to try on my camera, on my time, on everything, my equipment that I'm comfortable with, that I am used to, that I'm familiar with. And so it has really just been such a blessing. And then so I pray that something comes of this if it's his will. Am I coming back to YouTube? I'd like to say yes. I would love to say yes. And we're gonna try it. I'm gonna pray that the Lord just blesses this, and hopefully I can push more content out to you guys in this new season of my life. So with that being said, here's how my channel is going to shift. It's not going to shift too much, you guys, you know. So before, let me back up again. Let's back up a little bit. I had started my YouTube journey in about 2020 during the pandemic, and I was mostly a booktube channel. I mostly talked about books, and that was primarily my content. And so I had kind of been living a life of lukewarm Christianity, and my God got a hold of me just so strongly and powerfully and wonderfully, and he changed my life. And I wouldn't say it was radical, but it was like in a way that I was like, okay, Lord, I love you more than anything else. Take away anything that you don't love from my life. Well, God had showed me, and that was about 2023, that God like called me back to himself. And so I had been in my spirit to shift my content, right? I thought that meant I couldn't really read books anymore, right? The books that I was reading at the time were mostly books with sex in them, with smut in them. And so God had just revealed to me how that was truly affecting me spiritually, how it was affecting my view of sex, of relationships, and the things that it was affecting me in the spiritual realm that I didn't even know at the time. So God just brought me revelation of the things that I was allowing into my spirit, right? And so I was like, okay, Lord, I told you I want you more than anything else. The books are gone, right? So I kind of grieved that for a bit, because I was like, I really do love books and I love reading. And I was like, I don't, and I cried and I was like, Lord, and I was like, you know, I love reading. And I was like, what do I do? While I took my social media break, God really put me in a community where I found closed door books, closed door romance. And, you know, primarily I love to read romance, and the second half of the time I love to write fantasy. And I found this amazing community of readers who also, like me, God gave them revelations of, you know, the harmful effects of reading smut, and other Christian girls who, you know, they want to read, they love books about people falling in love, but they want to read books that honor the Lord. And so he put me in contact with that community. I found that community. I've been finding books that I love, that books about people falling in love, but in a way that is honoring God and not honoring fleshly desires, but honoring love in a way that God intended. And so it has been really a blessing to have that. And so in 2023, when I had that revelation, I kind of stopped talking about books for a while until God showed me that, right? And so mainly my channel shifted into more of a vlog style of, you know, living my life as a Christian girl. And y'all, I'm not playing. My subscribers and viewership drained so quickly. I lost maybe, how many? I lost hundreds of subscribers by changing my content to focus on Jesus. Hundreds, right? And that felt really kind of disheartening at a time, but I'm like, if I'm not what my content was changing into, people weren't interested, then no, they shouldn't follow me. They should subscribe to someone else who has content that aligns with the things that they're looking for. And so I had got discouraged. I was like, I'll find my people. I will find my people, and I will be able to hopefully use this channel to minister to them. But then again, I had issues with my channel. I got a few videos in before I was like, okay, it's not working. We're pulling the plug. But again, I'm at a time now. I'm hopefully that I can try again. With that, I want to talk to you guys about what you can expect from this channel. I'm still gonna talk about books. I love books. I love reading books. I'm really only going to talk about books that I love, that I've been reading. It's not going to be a Bookstagram channel where I give you books that I don't love and hate or anything like that. I just want to share books that I love. That's all I want to do. If I don't like a book, I'm not going to talk about it on this channel. I'm only going to share the stuff I love, and so hopefully that you love it too. So we're still talking about books. I'm still an academic, right? I'm a professor at a university, so we're still going to be talking about academic things. I am moving and shifting into a phase that moves from student to academic, right? And so I'm going to have a series of like what it's like to be a professor, what it's like to be an academic, what that looks like, talking about going to conferences, writing academic papers, publishing academically. So we're going to talk about those things too. So books and academia. A part of the academic side of my channel is route towards publishing. I did get my PhD in English with a concentration in creative writing, and so I really do want to start working on my book again. I am a creative writer and I want to publish, and so there's a lot of books that I have started and never finished, and so it's been a while since I've written. I have not written a word since I finished my dissertation, and that was a year ago. I wrapped up my dissertation. I say I need a break from writing, and so I took a break, and it's been a year, but I feel ready to start moving along in my creative writing journey as well in publishing. So a part of academia will have academic publishing and creative publishing, so you can expect both of those from this channel as well, and hopefully we can stay accountable together. And then we're also still going to talk about kind of my lifestyle, right? We're still going to talk about my faith journey and what God is doing in my life, and also how I transition into motherhood and being a homeowner and all the things of my life that are changing and shifting. And so what this channel is going to be is Cassidy in practice. I am learning to be a woman of God, and I have no idea what that looks like. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to be a mom. I don't know how to be a professor. I don't know how to be an academic. I don't know how to take care of a house. I don't know how to do or be any of this, but I'm trusting in God, and I want to bring you guys on this journey with me. And so in the past couple of years too, I've had a highs and lows of like my faith journey as well. And I will be so honest with you guys, I have fallen out of routine with my prayer life, with reading my Bible, and I'm just hoping that this channel can also be a place where I can be held accountable. Am I in my word? Am I in prayer? Am I writing? Am I doing the things that I said I was going to do? Am I meeting my goals? And so it's kind of a blend of these things. So you can expect these 4 pillars from this channel: books, academia, lifestyle, motherhood, like lifestyle/motherhood, and my faith journey. And so those are the 4 kind of core pillars of my channels, all in the name of Cassidy in practice. My life practicing becoming who I am, becoming me. What that kind of will look like in regard to videos, we'll have some vlogs. We will have my lifestyle vlogs, like a week in my life. I have a week in my life ready and planned and already edited for you guys. I will also be doing book recommendations of books that I still love, but books that are closed door, no spice, and will honor the Lord. And so I think you can expect a mix of sit down videos and mostly vlog style videos. I don't know if anyone is still here, if anyone is even interested, but hey, I'm Cassidy in practice. I hope you join me on this journey. I hope the Lord blesses this journey. I hope you guys can help me to be accountable on this journey. I hope you find something valuable to my channel. I hope you find something encouraging to my channel, and that it speaks to you and that it encourages you and makes you smile. I hope that maybe as I learn, you can learn something too, and we can learn together and just grow and become who God meant us to be. So that is all for this video. It's just my welcome back. It's just a, hey guys, I'm here. I'm gonna try posting again. And if you've made it to the end of this video, let me know. I would really love to know. I really would. I don't think it's gonna be anybody. I really don't. I think honestly it's just gonna be my family and my people from my church who used to watch my channel before. And my friends and my family and my church members. I think that's all that's gonna happen. But if you're here, if you stumbled upon this video and you're just interested in my channel or whatever, welcome. And I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much, and I pray that the Lord blesses this and I'll be used in whatever way He wants me to go. In Jesus' name, amen. I'll see you guys next time.